Okay? Pretty much across the board, you can do whatever you like. If I break this tripod today, it'll be bad. Alright. So a cool finishing product that we have within the Sexy Hair Curly collection is our full-on curls. Full-on curls can be used two ways. You can rake it through wet curls to give definition and texture, or you can open it up a tiny bit into dry curls to give it expansion and movement. So it'll give you volume and texture. A little bit goes a long way. It's kind of got a little bit of play to it. It's going to get tackier as you work with it, but you can scrunch it in. But I can take this now and I can kind of open it up and expand it and make it more of that messy, fun, texturized curl. Okay? But again, if I need more texture and control, I can rake it through a little curling cream, a little full-on curls, and give it that control when it's damp.
I have a question.
Yep.
So let's say if I wanted something like that kind of effect, obviously I have straight hair, but I can use something like the smooth protection and then curl my hair, right? And then could I use the curly powder and the cream together to get that natural?
I wouldn't add curling cream or curl power to dry curl thermal hair. If you wanted to expand and give it more of that textured look once it's done with a curling iron, we have things in our short, like our Play Dirty, which is a spray texturizer. You could use a little bit of the powder to open it up and add more texture. You can use a little bit of the Full and Wild. I would maybe go with something towards that effect than something that's going to be wet and damp, because if you put a wet, damp product on it, you're going to lose everything you've done. Okay? There's ways to get the look. You just have to be cautious of how you're achieving it. All right? Any questions on the curly hair?
Wait, what would you use for the, if you had thermal curls?
If you had thermal curls and you want to open them up and expand them, you could sprinkle powder play into them and expand them out. You could use the Play Dirty in our Short Sexy collection, which we'll talk about in a little bit. It's a Play Spray Wax.
Back comb in a bottle?
Comes in the, yep, it's this little guy right here.
No, the back comb in the bottle?
Back comb in a bottle is going to be too firm. That really is like, it's like cobwebs. It's going to gather like this and then keep it locked into place. So it's not going to give you the expansion and the texture you want. A little bit of powder play, a little bit of Play Dirty, open, expand, play with it. You can get a lot done with that. Okay? So, big difference between the two sides. Yeah?
There's the other side again. Ooh. I want my hair everywhere.
Yeah, so if I had like spray curls and I wanted to open this up, or
I wonder what my hair would look like.
This is where powder play can get a little bit bigger. I could expand them that way and have that texture.
Where have you been all my life?
North
Seriously.
All right. Yes.
My hair's really, really straight.
Okay.
How about if I don't use any thermal and I want it like that? Is it possible? I do not.
Yeah.
I want my hair like that.
You don't want to curl it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a, what I've heard,
I want
I
that
haven't
right
really
now.
messed with it yet. Very magical combination with the Sexy Hair. So I have beach spray. Okay, it's an argan oil sea salt beach spray. And full-on curls. In tousle dried straight hair, beach spray, a little bit of full-on curls, scrunch. I'm hearing from my coworkers and my counterparts across the country that that will give a beachy, textured, kind of almost curled, even straighter hair. Okay? I haven't played with it myself, it's just something I'm hearing from my other educators.
Wait, it's
And other people.
argan oil sea salt?
It's called Beach Spray. It's in the Healthy Sexy collection. And the full-on curls. Yep, Beach Spray. It's built with argan oil and sea salt, so you get a hydration factor. It balances out the sea salt. The sea salt can dehydrate. Okay? So you guys can look at that on the flyers. Once you get them tomorrow, it'll have the information on beach spray. But I have heard that will work. I know I could blow out my hair and spray sea salt, spray the beach spray in it and scrunch it and get scrunch, like get curl activated into it. Okay? So that's yeah. One of the things, sexy hair is not just what's on the table. You guys probably have seen other colors, right? This is what Marinello chooses and feels is the most accessible for you guys, the most across the board for you guys as well as your clients. So this is what we're going to focus on today. Anything outside of this, because you can get it here, and I heard earlier it's 40% off for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good deal. So you guys can buy what's here through the school at 40% off. Anything outside of that, we are sold through Cosmoprof or Salon Centric. But this is what Marinello chooses to focus on, so this is what we're focusing on today. Doesn't mean sexy hair doesn't go beyond this table, okay? All right, so you guys are gonna look at that too in those flyers, it'll tell you everything, all right? Any questions on the curl? Straight, big? Do you already have things in your head you wanna try and do with it?
Yeah.
Right. Right? Yeah. That's the cool thing about sexy hair. We are that kind of company that we want touch it, play with it, feel with it. You know, kind of learn who we are. We are a strange little culture in the hair world. We truly believe that if we're doing this because it gives us back as much as, like, you guys can't even imagine what it gives us as far as me doing this. Okay? It's a very cool environment. If you get a chance to see one of our Sexy Rock shows or see us at a hair show, I would really encourage it. It's actually the reason I fell in love with sexy hair. I went to a hair show and said, I literally sat at a hair show. You know how, like, ADD hair shows can make you, right? Okay, there's like a gazillion things everywhere going, I want. I sat at a hair show for 8 hours, and I spent 30 minutes walking the floor, and I spent the other 7.5 at the sexy hair booth just watching them. The passion that was there, like, totally inspired me, and I'm like, I want to be one of those people. And I want to be like one of those ladies, because it was almost an all-woman team, which is really nice, even though there's all, you know, majority